Hello, everybody. Welcome to Throwback Thursday. Today, I'm going to share with you just a little nugget about my very early experiences in dance and what I'm remembering. So, I grew up in Sydney, which is the little tiny town where you come off the ferry when you're going over to Vancouver Island, off the coast of Vancouver, BC, Canada. So, I'm a West Coast gal. We only had one little studio in town, and this studio was run by a teacher who had two strikes against her for being a dancer. She had one leg that was more than I'm going to say even 2 inches, like it was a lot different in leg length. And she had a birthmark, like those wine sort of mottled stains type looking things, a birthmark, but all down one entire half of her body. I honestly don't remember if her face was affected, but like one whole side arm and one whole leg and all that. So I guess the leg length discrepancy was going to mean she's never going to be a ballet dancer. And perhaps back, we're talking the 70s here, there wouldn't have been so much diversity and inclusion. And I'm sure the birthmark was also a strike against her. Nonetheless, she was the ballet teacher in my little small town. And the reason I gave you that context is I think she might have been bitter. And so there was always a little edge to her with how she taught. And I'll never forget hearing my dad say, "I'm not paying someone to make my kid cry." And we were taken out of that dance school. And my dance training almost ended because for us to drive downtown was, I guess, something that my parents didn't feel like they could afford the time perhaps to do. I'm not sure. Anyway, I had done a little bit of dance for just a few years, like sort of grade 2 to 4, and then this happened. I don't know what she would say that would make me cry, but I know myself, and I know that even back then, I had a strong work ethic. I remember having my thighs burning when I'm doing glissades and things like that. So there must have been something about her manner of discipline or her harsh criticisms, possibly stemming from her own bitterness, as I gave you the context before, that made it so that her comments hurt enough that I was embarrassed, perhaps, ashamed, humiliated, or just deeply hurt enough that, they pick me up and I hop in the car and on the drive home, I'm crying. And I don't know actually what was said. I just know that enough was enough for my parents. Now, I believe in tough love. I was brought up with tough love, a lot of it. And again, I think it's made me who I am today, and I think that's a good thing. The piece I'd like you to reflect on with this Throwback Thursday little nugget is, did a teacher ever make you cry? Now, as an adult, I'd say nobody can make me do anything. But if we're talking about like a 8-year-old kid, yeah, I think your teacher can make you cry. So reflect on any times where something that happened in the dance studio, said to you, done to you, made you cry. And then reflect and go, I wonder, was there a better way? Could that teacher have said something just a little bit differently? Said it with a different tone of voice? The timing of it could have been different. What might have been different that would have prevented you from crying? Because I know I have been a studio owner for 10 years. If a student of mine cries and the result is that they quit dance, that's not a good thing for the bottom line. And the truth be told too, it's not a good thing for that student. We all know the importance of dance in the students' lives, not to become dancers, but to just make them happier and healthier people. So let's be clear that tough love, helping students to achieve their best, pushing them, all that I'm going to talk about more. But sending a student to a breaking point doesn't mean that you got through to them. It means you broke them in some way. And I happen to not be someone who believes that we need to break people to build them up again. That's my food for thought for today. So reflect back. What stories do you have about a time that maybe a teacher made you cry? Could there have been a better way? And today, for you as a teacher, are you ensuring that you're always doing the better way? All right, that's it for today. Bye-bye.